The amazing Digital Circus episode 6 is releasing much sooner than I think anyone expected. I had a feeling that something was up with that award show and knew there just had to be a deeper meaning behind it, especially with Kane rigging the entire thing by the end. Well, it looks like all of our speculation has paid off, as we now have an official trailer for episode 6. Hey everyone, Inferno here, and if you enjoy news, theories, and discussions about all things Digital Circus, please consider subscribing to help this channel reach 30,000 subscribers. By the time this video releases, the channel will most likely have surpassed 27K, which is just insane. Thank you all so much. Your support means everything to me. The episode officially releases next week on August 15th. And the episode will be all about guns. Jax is very pleased. My theory for how things will play out at the very start of the episode is that due to tensions between everyone, Kane attempts to have everyone be paired up as a way to try and bring everyone closer, with everything going horribly wrong, of course. Because why wouldn't it? Kane will then take those same pairs and force them into a Battle Royale style deathmatch, just without the death. The pairs consist of Team Bad Guys with Pomni and Jax, Team Pew Pew with Ragatha and Kinger, and Team Unmasked with Zubul and Gangle. These pairs were definitely chosen for a reason, as each pair consists of characters that have started becoming closer to each other. Some could argue that we really haven't seen a super close connection between Ragatha and Kinger, but I still feel like there's a deeper meaning behind the relationship, especially after this brief exchange between the two in the second episode.
Well, if worst comes to worst, we could always ask Kane to find her.
I'm more worried she's having another horrible experience. She still seems really upset about what happened yesterday. I don't think she really likes me that much.
It's a lot for anybody to go through. Don't take it too personally. I remember how long it took for you to adjust.
Oh, yeah. I'm surprised you remember that.
Remember what?
I really doubt the characters are willingly going after each other, as both Ragatha and Gangle voice their opinions about it in the trailer's narration.
Kane, I don't think this is a good idea.
Yeah, I'm not sure this is really what we need right now.
Imagine if Kane is just fed up with nobody choosing his adventures and says screw it, here's guns. I really don't expect us to go on a proper adventure this time around. This will likely be the main plot of the episode. This will also be the longest episode so far, being over 33 minutes long. My god, that tells me that there's going to be some pretty big lore drops in this episode, and the trailer narration specified that it's the longest episode yet, meaning that we're likely gonna be getting episodes that are even longer than that. Gooseworks also chimes in about the episode's length.
Making shows is really hard when you have a cast this big.
It pleases me to no end that Gooseworks is doing her best to ensure that each member of the cast gets enough screen time with how large it is, and the fact that we literally only have 4 episodes left.
Well, I'm Mr. Gunn.
Not you, Mr. Gunn, the other voice.
I swear we better actually see Mr. Gunn in this episode, as he already sounds like a top tier character. Gummy Goo level right there. Okay, maybe not that far. One of the nice little details that I've noticed is being used more often in the series are the little HUD elements that have been appearing on screen. We saw it in the previous episode with the voting system, and this time around we see hearts above the characters' heads, reminding everyone that this is indeed a video game. I also really wanted to point out how weird it is to see Pomni hanging out with Jax and having a good time, it seems. We already know that Ragatha isn't too happy about their newfound friendship, and I do wonder if it will fuel any motives she may have in this episode. Maybe not directly towards Pomni, but perhaps Jax for quote-unquote tainting her. The Meat Freezer guy also returns and makes me glad that Glitch put all the previous episode trailers back up on their channel so that the continuity between them makes more sense.
Are we just all in this trailer?
And I'm still here too, the episode 3 trailer narrator.
Why do these trailers have their own continuity?
Even Gooseworks was a bit sad about that a while back, which is probably one of the things that prompted Glitch to add the trailers back. The episode was really short, and there weren't really too many things that were noticeable to point out, but they're most likely hiding all the major lore details so we don't get spoiled. That's likely why we didn't see that ominous mannequin that was peeking around the corner at the end of the previous episode. I'm also very curious about the whole thing that Jax wanted to show Pomni at the end of the previous episode. I do think that is definitely going to come into play in some way, shape, or form. We may not see it directly, but I feel like one of the two has to acknowledge it, and the fact that they're both paired together, I feel like that is definitely going to be brought up at some point. This is a long episode after all, a lot could happen, I could be speaking absolute nonsense, and maybe none of the things that I talk about in this video come into fruition. But that's one of the fun things about theorizing, is that, you know, it's really a gamble. Sure, some things are backed up with evidence or proof, but in this case, I'm purely just speculating and going off of the little teasers we have thus far, but there is really a lot to uncover. Each of the future episodes are said to be over half an hour long, and like the fact that, you know, we might not have even seen that episode Gooseworks was previously talking about, that I still feel like that's the finale. It almost has to be. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. I'm rambling. Okay, I'm almost done here, but real quick, I wanted to bring up that I feel like with this being the first time we've spent a full episode in the tent since the pilot, we're almost sure to get some more lore details. Maybe this is where we get a more in-depth look at the characters' rooms, including Jax, which makes a lot of sense considering that this episode is said to have a heavy focus on him. We could also potentially learn more about past circus members who have previously abstracted. Jax might even show Pomni Ribbit's room and will explain the relationship between them. Speaking of Jax, we actually get to see him with a tail. In the previous episode, Jax tells Pomni that he always thought he had a tail despite it never being visible. I wonder if this will be a thing that's only acknowledged in this episode, or if his tail will remain for the rest of the series. I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up being the latter. I just wonder, how the hell did he get it back? Did Pomni find it? Did he drop it in his room? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Alright, this is the final thing I wanted to show off in this video. I just noticed this as I was almost done finishing editing this video. I discovered that the Wacky Watch website has been updated once again, this time to, of course, promote episode 6. The award show logo has been completely changed, and this whole website now gives off a more army aesthetic, and while the website more so serves as a launch page for episode 6 in order to promote it, you can also go ahead and scroll down here to vote for your favorite team, and this time I don't think Kane can rig it because he's not participating in the game as far as I'm aware. But as you can see, I actually already voted. I had already filmed this little portion of the video, but yeah, my audio was not turned on, so I felt kind of dumb. Are you guys excited for The Amazing Digital Circus episode 6? It's releasing much sooner than I thought. Episode 5 only came out like less than 2 months ago. Just insane. And I feel like the same is going to happen for episode 7 and maybe episode 8. We do know that those episodes are being worked on simultaneously, similar to episode 3 and 4. So we're not going to have to wait too much longer. So yeah, are you excited for episode 6? I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, be sure to drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it, as well as please consider subscribing to help this channel reach 30,000 subscribers. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time guys, this is Inferno signing off.